breast milk science. It's a thing, and it's our thing. We're By Heart. Our mission is simple: make the best infant formula in the world. We partnered with breast milk scientists, world-class doctors, and passionate parents to write a new recipe from scratch. And while we put a lot into By Heart, there's a long list of things you won't see on our ingredient list, like corn syrup, soy, or palm oil. Curious if By Heart is right for your baby? New customers can shop the starter pack and get 2 cans for the price of 1 at byheart.com/getstarted. This is a limited time offer. Additional terms and conditions apply.
The Podcast Playground.
Hooray!
We're excited to be back with you. This is episode 77 of the Outcast podcast.
Nice.
77.
It's a good number.
It is a good number. You think I could get through the open of the show without Tomcat making some type of noise, but can't get too far into the show without you talking all over me. But yes, here we are. This is the Outcast podcast. Let's say hello to our cast of characters. This is where a brown guy, a black guy, and a white guy walk in to do a podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what we give you, baby.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Ramo. What's up, Ramo?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
I see that you have your Enjoy Coke shirt on.
I do.
Is that Coca-Cola? What kind of Coke we talking about?
Well, hey, man. I leave everything up to everybody's own interpretation, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
we know what you. We know.
Live your life how you wanna.
Let's zip on over to the black guy. What's going on, Memphis? How you doing, my man?
Eat your heart out, bitches.
We got DJ Tomcat in the building.
That was a bit loud. I apologize for that one.
Yeah, watch your levels.
Yes, I will.
That was dope, though. I like
Thank you. I
it.
appreciate it.
You're looking more and more like a mall cop.
Listen, there's no running in the mall either.
Yes.
Just gonna let you guys know that right now.
He'd be the youngest mall cop on earth.
Slow it down.
He'd be the coolest mall cop too, though.
Yeah.
I could
Debatable.
never do that. I don't
Debatable.
You
I
don't
like
think so?
being the troublemaker, not being the person that
Yeah,
has
that's
to
why
like.
you be the cool one, because you be letting them get away with shit.
Until they piss
Well, the
him
mall
off.
would be
Yeah,
all
yeah,
rowdy. The
yeah,
mall
until
would
they
be
piss 'em
going.
off, yeah.
He'd be in on it.
Yeah, he will.
No.
Want to
You
make
wanna
sure
cut.
to thank our sponsors, Liquid
Yes.
IV. We always stay hydrated thanks to Liquid IV.
Almost done with mine, not anymore.
Yeah, I gotta feel my.
Go to liquidiv.com and use our promo code OUTCAST at checkout, and you save a bunch of money. Also, BetterHelp, if you're looking for online therapy. Maybe you're at a crossroad in your life. You don't know whether you want to go left, you want to go right. You don't know what to do. Why don't you get a little therapy? Just talk it out by going to betterhelp.com/outcasts
Good idea.
and save some money. That's what we do.
man.
Do it.
And then the big sponsor this week, the spotlight sponsor, HelloFresh. That's right.
Hello, Fresh.
Just use that same promo code. It is Outcast, and save a bunch of money when you check out. HelloFresh is cool. They deliver ingredients to your house with the instructions on how to make these fantastic dishes.
They were great,
They
too.
were really good.
I know
I
mine
want
was.
more of it.
Me,
yeah,
too.
literally.
We're actually making the same dinner tonight, but
for real?
just with regular ingredients at home. Yep.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
I like that about HelloFresh is because they give you the recipe,
Yeah.
and it's things that you probably wouldn't pick up. You know, you were saying something, Tomcat, like you normally don't put sour cream in your.
I would have never made that. There were ingredients I'm putting them in. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I didn't know this would go. I'm mixing it in, but delicious.
Let me ask you, did it open your mind a little bit more to like trying different foods?
Stuff.
Yeah, it did, because I was doing steps I didn't do before. Like I said, I was putting the zucchini in the oven to bake it, and then
Yeah.
putting certain herbs on it,
There you
and
go.
then bake that for a certain amount of time, bring it out, drop it in the dish. I don't do that.
Zucchini's amazing.
Well,
and I
look,
wouldn't think to put that in.
we did have a competition. If you watched last
We
week's
did.
show,
Oh, yeah.
each member of the Outcast
That's
podcast took a meal home and they cooked it. I don't know if we have any of the pictures, but you could definitely see them online. We have closed the poll.
Yeah, I'm
Right there, that is there is Tomcat's meal.
Nice, very
What was
nice.
yours, Tomcat? It looks like pasta with some peppers.
Some bolognese.
Bolognese.
What was
really
it?
bad with my memory. Chicken sausage, cavatappi, and cavatappi bolognese.
Cavatappi.
That's the word
That's
I can't
two
get.
types of food.
It's
That's good.
cavatappi.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then we had Ramos, who I thought presentation was great. Look at that. That looks delicious.
It was a I forget the
looks like
some kind of Parmesan chicken.
What's that
no
sauce?
bake,
What
no
is that
fried chicken.
special? You have some special sauce there.
It's a sriracha.
That's what she said.
Sriracha mayonnaise. Yeah,
delicious.
yeah.
And then now let's go to if we could put up Memphis is what is that, dog food?
Enticing, I'll tell you.
I think Memphis ended up falling off in the competition only because of the quality of his camera on his phone.
Did you cook the phone? Is the question.
You gotta work on your photo
cook my
skills.
phone. No, I did not cook my phone.
Look at this meal.
Don't make me spit out my water. My
I mean,
delicious
listen,
water.
let me explain myself. Wait a minute.
Please,
Hold on.
please.
Wait a minute. Now, I got to stand up for myself. Wait a minute. We ain't doing this today.
There it goes. Don't bring out Bobby.
Look,
Oh, shit.
it looked great despite how it looked in the video. It looks amazing.
I'm just trying to figure out how in the age of like high definition photographs.
Is that on your flip phone? Is that a flip phone
Like
shot?
you'd have to
No,
take a picture
it's not
through
my flip.
3 panes of glass to get that distorted.
He actually used a different camera.
Like a filter.
Yeah.
Let's go to the poll and see who won. All right, coming in with 22% of the votes. It is Memphis with 22% of the vote.
Oh, wow. That's cool, I guess.
All right, up next, let's see here. Going to the results, thousands of votes came in. We thank you, the fans, for
Wow.
voting on this.
That's crazy.
Let's see here. 35% of the vote, Ramo G, 35%.
Nice.
If you're good at math, you already know who the winner is. Our winner of the HelloFresh cook-off and the winner of $200 extra in his paycheck. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Tomcat.
Nice.
All right,
Yes,
man.
yes.
Good job, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, all the people that voted. Thank you so much.
43%.
It was delicious.
And I know Tomcat needs some new brakes on that car of his, so
That's
it's
right.
going
Good
to come
job,
in
man.
handy.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, dude.
Congratulations. Thanks to our sponsor,
Yes.
Yeah,
HelloFresh.
that was
I'm
amazing.
so
Burning and
happy.
burning.
Good job.
Yay.
All right, what do
Yours
you-
looked awesome, by the way.
No. It was.
But I
great.
did harass people for votes.
Mine did.
Hey, man, whatever you got to do to win.
Hey, man, I'm all for it. Congratulations,
Yeah.
brother.
Thank you,
I'm
thank you.
happy for you. No.
Speaking of winners and losers, let's go to a small town, Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
It's the Montgomery Riverboat Brawl.
Give me a chair.
That's
Oh,
right,
shit.
ladies and gentlemen, gather around for the fight of the century. I mean, maybe you watched the Jake Paul, Nate Diaz fight on Saturday.
That
You
was
didn't.
nothing.
Hope
I
you
didn't.
didn't.
What was that fight you watched the other week, Memphis?
Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence.
Well, that fight
Man, that was great.
had nothing on this fight.
Oh, this is WWE.
If we could roll some tape, I know Tomcat gave us some footage of the fight, but
Okay.
what I'm reading now about this Montgomery Brawl is that Richard Roberts, 48, Alan Todd, 23, and Zachary Shipman, 25. They have 4 warrants.
Yeah, 2 assaults for Richard, 1 assault warrant for Alan, and 1 for Zachary.
Oh, there they go. We got the footage up.
Yeah,
Yep.
there it is.
So this is the beginning. In the beginning, the guy right there with the white shirt on, he is the first mate of the giant riverboat that's trying to dock.
So he's working.
He's working.
Yeah, he's working.
And they just want them to move this pontoon boat that's right there to the left. So they send that guy out to actually untie it and move it. Well, when these folks see him untying it, they all jump on him. And then a bunch of people from the riverboat jump off to help him after they're jumping on him. This guy jumps in and he swims. This is actually the other footage that's
He
later
couldn't
on.
wait, dude. He couldn't wait, dude. He knew something was going
When
down. He was
TK,
ready.
when you ready to tag me in, tag me
That's
in. Because I can
hilarious.
pick up where you leave off.
To me, let me just say one of my
see it.
favorite parts of this video is the part where this guy throws his hat in the air. It's before this on the other video that I gave them.
We saw
Yeah,
it.
I've seen it.
It already played. I've seen it.
He goes when the guy comes up to get in his face. He guys throws his hat in the air like
Yeah,
the
he
bat
did.
signal, and then but it didn't really work because then the one dude like punches him right after. But he moves.
Yeah.
That's right after the. Oh, here it goes. There goes the hat.
There go the hat, yeah.
And I
think
think
he
I think
dodged it.
that is what called the guy who jumped in the water.
Yeah.
And everyone else who came off the boat. But the people who were waiting on the boat were waiting for 40-some minutes to get off. They were calling these people on the PA, get out of the way. The people are flipping them off. F you, we're not moving our boat.
Who's the people when you say the people?
All the people on the dock and the private pontoon boat
the
were
white
blocking.
We're
the white
flipping
folks.
off. The white folks were flipping off the black folks on the riverboat.
I'm
is
sure
what
there
you're
were
saying.
other different people on the riverboat.
was
There were
just a riverboat.
300 people on the riverboat.
It was
But
probably like a tour.
it did come down to basically white people battling black people fighting each other. And the white folks got their asses whooped. But if you jump on somebody 5-1, you deserve what you get.
It was actually 8-1, actually. It was 8. It was 8
So
to
that's
1.
that.
'Cause
That's
you
what I
gotta
have to say
include-
about that.
'cause
I'll shut up.
You got to include the women.
Please.
So how come only 3 of them got charged?
No, a bunch of them got
Well,
arrested on the spot.
It
though.
says here
did they?
police detained 13 people for questioning.
I did
Can we
see
show
that.
some more of the video
That's
where the
crazy.
guy
Yeah, we
hits
do.
the
We
lady
have
over-
some fun video here. Let's go to some live.
Yeah.
We have some live sound actually from the event.
Oh, no.
boy, here we go.
Go ahead if you could roll the tape.
Oh, sorry, that's not it.
All right, roll the tape. This is gonna be good stuff here.
Oh, it's wrestling.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, right over the head.
That's Stone Cold Steve Austin, baby.
Oh, he smacked the woman.
Good chair. Police are there. They did arrest the guy who hit the lady with the chair, but he didn't get arrested. He didn't get any charges.
So here you go. Check this out.
Oh man.
That's Stone Cold Steve Austin and then hit
Bang.
The Rock with a chair. He
Yeah,
hit
somebody's
the
a big
Undertaker with
fan
the
of
chair.
wrestling.
Hell
Oh yeah. He comes up and he gets
Stephanie McMahon
this
about
lady
to
right
get
here
it.
gets it while she's
Pow.
like just sitting there.
Yeah, she got the brunt of it.
She
Poor
was in a
lady.
fight.
I feel like that guy may have done that before. But the memes that came out about the chairs, the chair memes are
was great.
hilarious.
Yeah, it was great.
Anyway,
Oh,
Yeah, the one
man.
thing that was disturbing for me as I was watching it was seeing the lady sitting on the ground. She's laying there, and a dude just smacks her right over the
the
head.
memes. Look
Yeah.
at this meme right. That meme right there is hilarious.
Hey,
Which
she shouldn't
one?
have been in the
This
fight.
one.
What does it say?
Invented the folding chair, Nathaniel Alexander. If that's true, that's hilarious.
Oh,
And here's the
man.
people holding the chair after the fight.
That's funny.
That's the actual people.
I mean, listen, it was 8-on-1.
Harry Tubman with a chair?
And
That's funny.
those women that were getting
He
whacked
said Harriet
were
Tubman
in the
with a chair.
fight. So if you volunteer to jump in a fight,
And let me say this.
you getting beat up.
the-
And how we roll, and the thing I loved about it the most was like none of them were family at all. Everybody that saw, all these white folks ain't finna jump on this black man.
Yeah.
Them white folks didn't think, you know what, we probably shouldn't fight this guy. Because what if all those black folks on that boat hop off and click up and whoop our ass? Well,
They didn't think about that.
they didn't, and I tell you,
And do you know the name of the boat is the Harriet II?
yeah,
Really?
Yes.
How
they sold slaves
fun.
and came on up on that dock too.
Really?
Yeah.
It says that authorities say that they had consulted with the FBI, and they will not be able to charge these white men with a hate crime or with inciting a riot, unfortunately.
No, they probably get just for being obnoxious in public. Something like that, public disturbance or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, let me just
'Cause,
being
I
in
mean,
Florida, we
it's
got
not
a
like
lot
they
of boat
meant to
docks,
happen.
and docking boats is something that we do on a weekend basis, and it's always rowdy at the boat dock. People are drunk when they come to the boat dock.
That's it.
They,
Alcohol.
They don't want to move. They don't
did
want to
it.
move their boat.
Yep.
I'm pulling in. I'm getting mine on the trailer, and it's a race to get
Yeah.
off the water. People are hot. They want to get off.
Yeah.
That stuff happens more than you
It's true.
think.
It's true.
Oh, I
It's true.
believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a fight at the boat dock.
I think it just so happened that it turned out to be that big of a racial difference within, like, the fights.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
What do you
especially
mean?
what they caught on video. Like,
What
it just
the
so
hell
happened.
is
I don't-
that?
I don't think they attacked the
What
dude
is- that's his
because-
Crocs up
Wait,
on his
wait,
fucking
wait.
feet. Look, his Crocs are
Yeah,
up on his legs.
Yeah, they beat
busted
his
the
ass out his
They
Crocs.
did.
They beat his ass out his
I
Crocs.
said,
Oh, that's out of
I don't think
control.
they necessarily attacked the dude because he was black, but they more so that he was trying to
trying
tell
to-
them what to do.
No, Ramo.
Was
no,
he? I haven't
no,
heard any
no,
audio or
no,
none.
No,
I don't know.
No, we ain't doing that today because that is not what it is. That's
What
not,
what was it?
Stop,
then, man?
stop.
What
doing
was
that.
it?
I'm not saying it
literally
wasn't
because
part of it.
It was literally because this black man was telling them to move.
What to do? Yeah.
And them being
Sure.
the white folks, especially in that mouth breathing state, you know how they are.
I think they
and
would
so-
have did it to like weaker white dude too.
No, they would not
I
have
don't
done
know.
that. I highly doubt that. You just making excuses for these folks.
No, I ain't.
You gotta
They
call it
got
what
what
it
they
is.
deserve. They got
You
what
know,
they deserve.
they didn't expect my uncles and aunties, and make sure y'all protect little cuz out there. I'm talking about little cousin who hopped off the boat.
That
He
was
jumped
great.
off the boat,
That was
swam the shore.
He was ready.
They
dude.
did. They
He
weren't
was
ready for that.
They went and then got
Hell
up there.
They
no.
were
and,
ready
and
for
when
that.
they
That's
started
when they
fighting
got.
again.
Look at these Crocs.
he
Look at these
freaking-
memes, bro.
Yo,
What is that?
as soon as I seen that dude jump in the water and start swimming across, I'd have been like, "All right, y'all, this
They
gotta
should've-
end.
when-
This stops right
and-
now."
and somebody been like,
quit.
"This little
No,
dude
no,
in
no.
the water,
See,
like
they
you should have ran in your boat and got the hell out of
They
this."
weren't having that because the police were there and everything, and they still beat the shit out
They
of the
weren't
people.
fighting.
And here's
Yeah.
another
they
thing
were.
too.
There's a part where
I
they
saw
come
that.
out from
The
under the
police-
thing when the cops get there, like the cops are gonna do something, and the dude's
police-
just like.
the cops. Hey, listen, the cops just stood there and they was like, you know what? We ain't even interfering because we saw that shit. And they listen. That was the epitome of fucking around and find out, folks. Listen,
Best fight scene
fucked
in a
around
movie
and
or out of a
found
movie?
out.
Oh, my thing's turned down.
That's
I
pretty
love
wild.
it, baby.
It's one of the
need
most
to put it on
entertaining fights
t-shirts.
we've seen.
Maybe we can get these people up
And
for like
sad
when
at the same time.
the Oscars come around, get their scene put into
You know
running.
what? That's not a
'Cause it's-
bad. That's
'cause
great
it was
cinematography,
awesome.
you know, and commentary.
Look at this. This
Think
is
about
when they
that.
try to go back to the pontoon boat, which
oh,
they
yeah.
should have just moved.
He should have just ran.
Just
and turned-
moved it. Now you want to move it, don't you? Yes, you do. Now they're tearing it apart. Apparently, that one dude's getting
and
All
like-
these
left right
people
there.
all these guys that are facing charges, none of them
The
have
cop has a taser out.
none
or
of them
something
have
right
turned
there.
themselves in yet.
Okay,
And they
so
not.
it looks like to me like it's not only black guys beating up this guy, but I'm pretty far. I can't tell. Were
No,
they
it was
just
all
light
black
skinned?
folks.
Was it?
It was pretty racially divided, and and that's that's kind of just what
I can't tell
happened.
from I can't see.
That's
from
not
here.
the
know what?
part of the fight that I
don't have my
like. I
glasses on.
I just like the part where these people jumped on somebody. They shouldn't have. They 5-on-1 jumped on this guy, and some
Yeah.
other people came and whooped
helped
their
them
ass.
out, yeah.
And I like that. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Hey.
everybody loves that.
Yeah, oh,
But you know what?
Because people
it was
Yeah.
get what you deserve.
100%.
It was 8-on-1. But here's the thing, y'all. Think about this. That moment when they jumping on this black man, and then next, somebody get that fuck look like here they come.
Oh yeah.
Especially the women, because the women they jumped in it because their guys was jumping.
The
in.
ladies
And
looked like they were like,
you know what? They were
they worked
wrong.
on the boat because they had the blue shirts maybe
No,
from
I'm
the
talking
boat.
I'm talking about the women that one of the 8 that was jumping that black man.
The one that got hit with
They were
the
all like,
chair.
yeah.
I
all-
thought
'cause there
no
was 3
because after when they come off the boat, the girls on the boat start beating the shit
Oh,
out of
hell yeah,
all the
that's what-
girls that were
Auntie
on the
them.
pontoon
Hell
boat.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Auntie
and
them
they
and
all have the
Brady.
blue shirts on like they were working on the
Yeah,
boat.
that's
So they were
true.
just like,
That-
that's it, and that's the crew of the
They-
boat. They didn't
oh,
give a
man.
fuck.
Yeah,
They
Auntie
threw
them was
hands, dog.
listen.
They were pissed.
Listen, them white women had no idea the ass whooping they was about to receive because Auntie and Lil Cousin them, this shit been pent up for a long time. They like, if I get my hands on somebody,
They're
and
in
fuck around,
Alabama.
they got listen. I'm surprised it wasn't worse as it was.
All right, let's move on to our next topic. We're going to talk about. I don't know how many of you have listened to Neo's music,
Oh,
but
that's the homie, dog.
I like Neo.
We kicked it in Vegas a long time ago. That's when I met him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great records.
Yeah,
Really
dude.
good R&B
Especially
singer.
this one.
He can dance.
Yeah, this is a good one.
He can sing.
He
I
writes.
I'm always not really feeling the beginning of this song, but then when it gets
Oh,
going,
dude, when
it's
this
good.
song get going, ooh, if you got them on the dance floor, they stand for this one.
Well, Neo right now is not in the news because of one of his hit records. He's in the news because he was stopped by TMZ in an airport, and he said he condemns parents who let their kids transition genders. And he says, quote, he doesn't understand why parents allow their children to make life-changing decisions about their gender at a young age. He also said if you let this little 5-year-old boy eat candy all day, he's going to do that. Like, when did it become a good idea to let a 5-year-old and 6-year-old, a 12-year-old to make a life-changing decision? When you hear Neo say something like this, Ramo, what are your thoughts?
Me personally, I don't necessarily disagree with him in that sentiment. But I also understand that it's not my place to tell other people how to be in their own family. I know how my family is and how we do things, and I try not to have expectations of other people. So, like, if that's what they do, that's on them. Like, they have to deal with the consequences that come with it and, everything else. Like, would I do it? Absolutely not. I would definitely have, a say in it. Like, and for me, if that's something somebody wants to do, then I think they'll be okay waiting until they become an adult and actually know for sure that that's what they want to do. If that's what they really want to do. Just like becoming an airplane pilot or a doctor, you're almost 30 by the time you get your degree for that. So, hey, but I don't tell other people what to do. So
I think what Ramo said was kind of what Neo said. And then the interesting thing, not to if you were going to say this, Gentry, about the story was right after he had said this, which was on a podcast that I saw, You could see the girl's face when he said it, like freeze up, like oh shit.
I guess it was on Vlad TVs when he said it.
Oh,
There it
yeah,
is right
it
here.
was Vlad TV, yeah.
So as soon as he says it, you can see her eyes just go blank. She's like, oh fuck.
I don't know why cats keep going on that platform.
But
He be setting them up.
I don't know. I just think what he's trying to after he said it, his publicist came out like in the next 12 or 24 hours and put out a statement like retracting what he said and apologizing for what he said.
Right.
And then he came out after that and said, my publicist went on my account and wrote that. I didn't write that. He made a video and said, I think it's right that you hear from the horse's mouth. I stand with what I said before, which I don't think is all that controversial when you just look at it from the standpoint, which I think he's taken and Ramos said too, that you just want people to wait till they're 18, like a lot of other things, before they make that choice. Unless maybe if you get a parent or guardian to sign off on it, and then you can do it maybe at a younger age, which is kind of maybe that might be controversial that I said that.
Could be.
Just so you know, my stance is that in my decision, I wouldn't subscribe to that, but if somebody else did, that's their own thing.
Right.
Sure.
I don't care whether or not they do or don't. Like, if that, hey, that's you.
But
Like
I
I
do.
said,
I give kudos to Neo in the story for coming back out and being like, I said what I said. And I think more people should do that and stop apologizing for what they think. If you thought that, you thought it. Don't fucking apologize.
Yeah,
Don't-
you
You
gotta,
thought
don't,
it. Don't be scared.
you gotta stand
sure,
on it. You know what I
sure.
mean? Because, you know,
Sure.
I didn't see anything wrong with it. I mean, he was asked a question and he answered it honestly, you know? So, you know, anybody who has a problem with that, you know, you need to look within inside yourself because, like, apparently you got issues.
Don't you have to, like, if you're a kid under 18, don't you have to, if you want to get a tattoo, you have to have parent consent?
You do?
You're supposed to. I
And-
mean, I
and-
didn't, but I mean, anything going on with your gender or, you know, making changes to yourself.
Surgery
I mean, you got,
or
you
anything
gotta
like
have
that.
a parent.
Yeah.
you gotta
Well,
have a
who's
parent.
paying for
I
it?
think what they're saying is just like the tattoo, it applies to things that are like a tattoo, where you're having a person manipulate something on your body that you can't change back. So then people are like, you should wait till you're 18 to do that, like a tattoo, where it's like, I got a bunch of tattoos. I got a tramp stamp.
You do
Right?
have a tramp
When I got
stamp.
that, I got that tramp stamp when I was like
Only
18.
guy I know, man.
Will you
got a
show it
tramp
on the
stamp.
camera? Will you show it on?
Please,
Let's see it on the
this is-
camera.
This is great.
Oh yeah, all
He
right.
should get a
Tomcat is
$50
now
bonus for
standing
doing
up.
this.
It's tramp stamp.
He's oh, look at that
stamp.
thing.
Right here,
Tomcat.
splat.
Is that's some kind of like Japanese?
And when
or
I
something?
got when I
mean?
got that, I was about 18, right when I could get a tattoo, and it wasn't called a tramp stamp. But guess what?
Yes,
2
it was.
years later, no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Like 2 years later, they started calling them tramp stamps.
Nope.
Well, either way, I didn't
Wrong.
hear it. I didn't hear it until after I got it,
It's called a Panama City license.
and I can't get rid of it. So
So you
that's all I'm
got-
saying.
So you got.
I love you, bro.
You
You're
got,
great. You are awesome.
you got a Panama City license plate. That's what you got.
You know
on
what
the
it says?
book. What does it mean?
Tramp stamp.
You got a tramp stamp on your ass.
No, it's
It says
I forget what it was supposed
Whore.
to say. The
It says-
exit or
What is that,
something
whore?
like
What
that.
is that?
I don't know.
spooge here.
That's what it means for it.
Well,
Put it here.
back on the transgender topic and changing your gender. One of our members that works behind the scenes, Jacob, he is very passionate about this particular subject.
So it's
Right.
Mr. Sheehan.
We yeah, let's not bring up Mr. Sheehan. We had enough of that talk.
Jeez, yeah.
But he's claiming that it's very small percentage of adolescent kids that are going through a surgery like that. Very, very few of the young kids out there are actually, cutting their balls off at 10 years old.
Right.
Although I've heard of some kids that are 12, 13 years old that are begging their parents to allow them to do it. I even have someone I know whose child did this, and it was very upsetting for him and even caused friction between him and his daughter. She wanted to be called a boy name, and he was like, I'm not calling you that. I'm calling you by the name I gave you. And it really put a wedge between the two of them. Now, since 5-6 years has gone by, they have, come to terms. But this is something new for people that grew up in a simpler time, I guess you maybe could call it, before children wanted to do this. And I guess my opinion is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be Pee Wee Herman. I wanted to be anybody but myself. I had zits on my face, skinny kid. You don't want, as an adolescent, you don't want to be yourself.
And
You do now?
in Michigan, it's
Not really.
illegal to misgender someone in Michigan. So he would be breaking the law, I think, if he did that. In
That's-
Michigan.
I just think kids should
that's
wait till
crazy
they
and confusing, man.
get to be an
it's-
adult.
Like a child is a child. Like a child doesn't know, like they don't know who they are. So I don't understand why this is even a thing. You
It's
know,
definitely I
it's
can
a-
see
it's
the
a
a big
child.
wedge there
I can-
between
I-
a
you
know,
parent and
yeah,
child.
totally. But
That's
then
crazy.
how is it being presented to these kids?
I'm
see what I'm saying?
pretty sure
You know,
when
how
kids
how are these kids? How is it being brought to these kids? Because it's one thing to say, well, you feel like that, but then there's another where it's like you see something and you constantly seeing something, and you think you're that, and you're not.
You're saying they're getting outside influences? Is that
Or
what you're saying?
whatever the fuck. It ain't cool on no matter how you spin it. It's not cool, you know. And then if a child comes to their parents and whatnot and say this is what they want to do, okay, mom, dad, and little one, we got to sit down and have a talk. Then we got to go get some professional help. We got to get to the bottom of exactly why. Because listen, I got a bunch of gay cousins. I got a gay fraternity brother, you know, and I've been around a gay.
We're not talking about gay people. We're talking
Yeah,
about
this is
transgenders.
but right, but okay, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, I got.
You go
They
where I'm
fall
going with
into
it.
the LGBTQ.
Yeah,
category.
They are the
that's
T.
why that's why I veered
Yes,
off.
they
That's
are,
why I
Tomcat.
veered off. And
So
I'm
am
not saying they're gay.
I for me,
I'm confused.
I honestly believe that it's hard for anybody to tell somebody else how they feel. Now, when it comes in the case of changing your body and things of that nature, all right, you wait until that point. But I don't think it's something that you need to be like, oh, we need to go get therapy and find out what the fuck this is. Like, some people are just they know that even when they're little kids.
But
like,
how do you
they
know that?
they're I don't know, just like you like girls the same way that
I do agree with Ramo. I think it's kind of live and let live, man. Like if somebody wants to be what they are, I don't have a problem with that. My only issue was with the age limit of
That's what
doing
I'm saying, as a
surgery
kid.
that you can't
As a
reverse.
child.
That's the only thing.
And not
I
doing
ain't talking
things
about
like
as an
that.
adult.
Yeah,
I'm talking about as a child.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
as a child,
child,
we're
I'm
talking about two
about as a
different things.
child.
As a child, if they want to be gay, they can be gay all they want because that's what they are. That's fine. But if they want to have surgery that somebody does to them that they can't reverse, that I think they just need to wait till
But
they're
I'm
18.
saying, how does a child know that they're gay?
Because they
Just like
know.
they
I've
know
had.
you're not.
They know.
Just how you know you're not.
That's what they are.
Simple.
From what I understand,
know.
though, they don't go like
I
just
don't know.
straight to cutting your balls off. It like starts with a little bit of therapy.
Hormones, yeah.
Then they do some kind of puberty blockers. I'm hearing
Hormones
from people
and
that know
shit,
more
yeah.
about it than me.
Sure.
And it's a transition, they call it.
big time.
It doesn't happen. You don't show up at the doctor and all of a sudden
Like,
walk
hey,
out.
you know
a man.
what? Let's go with the no balls. All right.
Let's move on. Actually, speaking of balls and no balls,
It's bolognese.
similar.
But I mean, that's two
Bolognese.
types of food.
Sometimes.
So there are balls involved, but actually no balls when it comes to the athletes. We're talking about the U.S. women's national team.
Ooh.
They
Man,
ju-
they ass lost,
they
dude.
just played
pissed me
and they lost. And it seems like there is like half of the people in the country that are happy that the USA lost, and there's half of the people that are happy that they I guess upset that they lost. I'm trying to get it right here.
Sure, you're good. We
But
get you.
I don't understand if you live in the USA how you could not want to root for Team USA. But I guess there's some people out there, including Donald Trump, who think that he's happy that the USA team lost.
Him and Megan Rapinoe, they definitely hate each other. They've been going at it for a while.
I think some people have a tendency to politicize things that aren't really political.
Well, let me at least push back a little bit and
politics'
say
sake.
they politicize themselves.
I'm sure they made a stance.
They did.
Of course they did. Well, I mean, a lot of them.
They
are
made a stance
probably,
against the national anthem, and half of America didn't like it, and that's the
I totally
controversy.
understand that. Well,
They got a right to do it.
I think
They do.
I don't know that
And half of America has a right to feel the way they feel.
I don't think
I'm
necessarily.
not saying it's half of America, but
I'm not saying
it's a split decision on it. Whatever.
That's your perception of what they did. Maybe
I
they
don't
weren't
care. No,
protesting
I
the
said that's.
national
I didn't
anthem.
say
They
that's
were
how I
just
feel. I didn't say
protesting.
that's how I feel. I
Okay.
said that's the controversy.
Okay, I get it. I
don't
Okay,
give a
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Whether
For
they
me, it's
lost or
like-
won. I wasn't
yeah, yeah.
watching. I don't care.
I've never followed soccer.
What? You missing out, man. That shit is amazing.
I thought you were happy they lost, Tomcat.
I don't care. But basically, I was just kind of like saying it because that's kind of like the way people have been talking about it. When I read the story, that's just kind of how it came out because people.
There you go.
Well, I was mad they lost.
Case in point.
I honestly,
Motherfuckers
if I
pissed
think
me
about
off.
it, I really, do I want them to? Yeah, I want the U.S. to win, man. I want us to win. I don't want us to fucking lose.
They would have been the first country.
Any
They
sport.
they
Sure.
lost
They
in a
won it.
shootout. So basically,
Yeah, they
sorry,
did.
not to cut
No,
you
go
off. What
ahead.
happened was it was a 0-0 game. They played a good game, and then Megan Rapinoe actually missed the last shot with a shootout, and it was back and forth at the end. You got to kick. Whoever
Right.
makes it
Yeah,
wins.
sudden death.
And she missed. It went over to wide over the thing, and they lost. They tried good, and no, I don't. I'm not happy they lost.
I'm mad they lost because I was hoping they go back to back, like World Cup winners.
But I do
no
wish they would
country's
stand
ever
for the
done,
anthem
like
though.
no country's done that, and they would have been the first. So I'm like, motherfuckers. But they are really
If they
good.
didn't, I'm not. I don't
mean,
think
and
they,
all the
I
good
like I
players
said,
were-
I didn't really watch.
Yeah, all the good players are retired. Like
And they're
Rapinoe.
old. Yeah,
they
they're getting
retired.
old, man. It's
So these new young
People
kids
were
are out of
saying
step.
that Megan Rapinoe, hot take, is like at best a good college player, and she shouldn't have been out there, and she was not up to prime to play out there. But they were saying she was like, because she has such a high stature
Profile.
they had to let her out there.
well, she's been on the team before, right? She's been on
Yeah,
the
she's
team
been
the
on
whole
the team
time.
for a
Yeah,
minute.
that's what I'm saying, and that's
So
probably
she's been
why,
part of
like,
the
they
team,
need-
yeah.
Right.
Yep.
She's like a senior, probably.
And she's got that
All
blue hair.
teams
That
need
blue
that.
hair is.
But you gotta, I mean, they
yeah,
rotate.
that's intense.
They rotate.
You know who to
people in
pass
and
it
out,
to when you
so,
see
like,
that.
Sure.
You gotta earn your spot on the team.
Oh,
too, though.
100%.
So
But I'm sure that carries a little weight in sports like
yeah,
that.
I don't
Just
know.
like you.
I don't-
If you're back-to-back championships,
I don't think it carries that much weight.
Did you see what Donald Trump tweeted out? Or I don't know if he tweeted it.
What'd
I
he
think he's
say?
on his own social
Yeah, he
media
on
platform.
that whatever shit.
what do you call
What'd
it?
he say?
He said,
He
quote,
truths.
fully.
Don't be rude.
Sorry.
He said, he said, fully emblematic of what is happening to our once great nation under the crooked Joe Biden.
Oh my God!
Really?
Many of our players
He
were
should
openly hostile to America. No other country behaved in such a manner or even close. Woke equals failure. Nice shot, Megan. The USA is going to hell. MAGA.
They won the World Cup when his punk ass was in office, and Megan was on the team.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's come on, dude.
Yeah, his ass is gone.
To call somebody that, dude, like, all right, dude, like, glass house or shit
And
like that.
yet there's still
fucking,
people that gonna support his ass.
Hey, kettles and
he's
all
showing
that
you who
shit.
he is.
Like,
He's
stop.
like
Just
he's just
stop.
fucking idiot.
Just talk. You know what I'm
Fucking
saying? Whatever.
clown.
Tell your disappointment. You said that they lost. It sucks that she had the shot.
Wrong.
All right. Even if you wanted to take a shot at her and say, you're not that good anymore because you're old.
Her
All right,
cat
cool.
was named Vagina.
You're dissing her, but like to like make this huge what? Come on, dude.
Made it political for no reason.
You got bigger shit on your plate right now, brother.
Especially the shit that came out today, motherfucker.
You should be focused on that shit.
Hell
man.
yeah.
What came out today?
You are fake news.
That Jack Smith and them had got a
DOJ don't think so.
they subpoenaed and got
His
his
DOJ.
his Twitter account when he had Twitter, and Twitter got fined because Elon tried to like block it. So they was like, motherfucker, if you don't give us what we looking for, you fuck. So
Wrong.
and not only that, they couldn't tell, like they were barred from telling Trump what was going on. So Jack Smith been all up in Trump's DMs and everything else, and ain't no telling what they gonna find. Cause the shit that he would tweet about was crazy, but the shit that you don't see, this motherfucker got all, and you know he dumb enough to leave stuff that's like, oh, I got it.
That's enough.
I'm the president. All presidents do it.
You got to work on the fucking Donald
I
Trump.
don't need to, dude. He sounds even
Which one of y'all
dumber.
had
I
Donald
can't
Trump
sound as
on their
stupid.
death list? Which one of y'all had it?
That was Gentry. Oh no, that was Raymond.
Ray-
Not me.
That's
You
enough.
might win. Excuse me. You might win
quiet.
because his ass, if he get, say he going to jail, that motherfucker gonna die.
He won't be with everybody else. Memphis.
No.
It don't matter. He can't take
He'll
jail.
build
That
his own
motherfucker-
jail.
That
He'll
motherfucker
be-
a draft dodger. He a draft dodger.
They have like a
He ain't-
presidential
can't take
jail.
Where?
It's a golf course. It's like some.
What?
I don't fucking know.
It's one cell.
But it's like
Right.
only one hole, and they
I'm
just got to
like-
go to the one hole. Like,
I mean, they should have a president in jail, but he
Shit,
should
that
be the
thing would
first
be
one.
full.
Who's the first president to go to jail?
Ronald Reagan.
I don't think any of them
No.
ever have.
Uh,
None.
who was the
This is
one
the first one ever to be
to
indicted
go? Yeah.
3 times in 1 year. It's since
Choose.
3 so far,
Was it
and one
3?
more
Oh,
coming in Georgia.
yeah.
Georgia, you got Georgia.
That's right.
But this is the first president to ever be indicted. So none of them have ever been to jail.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No, but
They ain't never had a
Nixon
mugshot.
probably
If they
should
haven't
have
been indicted, they haven't been to jail.
This
That is
motherfucker
true.
been fingerprinted 3 times. Fingerprinted.
And you know
Pres-
what?
President
I don't
President
like it
Nixon
because
though got
I don't
in
like
some
it because
trouble.
I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
Big time.
Yeah, Watergate.
they're pushing hard on this guy harder than they push on anyone else. I don't like it. That's why.
He did some fucked up
And
shit.
all the other presidents did fucked up shit.
Not like this.
Really? The ones that were slave owners didn't?
Well,
Yeah.
back then it was okay. Back then it was
Nice
okay.
one, too.
Oh, back
Nice
then it
one.
was cool.
It don't
No, it
matter.
wasn't. It was
It don't matter if it was okay.
You just said that.
I'm
It was
just
not
saying for the
okay.
government.
What the fuck is you talking about?
I'm saying as far as
No,
the
stop.
government was
Stop.
concerned
Mm-mm.
and
Stop
how
while you
people
ahead. No,
lived and
no.
shit was going on,
No,
they weren't
no,
being
no.
penalized for that shit. I'm not saying it was okay. Obviously, it was
You
not.
want me to believe no
Don't
other
take shit out of
presidents did
context.
anything worse than
Oh,
Donald
I'm
Trump
sure
ever
they
did.
have. He's the only one that's getting
That's
caught
getting
for it all.
indicted.
No,
for
well,
it.
Clinton got in trouble for Monica
did.
Lewinsky.
He did. Yes,
And
he did.
Hillary got popped for smashing up her servers, but they let her off on it. And they
Well,
said
Hillary
she
was
didn't
never
get popped.
president.
yes, she
was-
did, because
She
right
did
before
not.
the election, Comey went on the air and said she could be prosecuted for this, but no reasonable prosecutor would bring these charges.
But she was.
That's
never,
his word.
She was never president.
No, there
Big
was no
difference.
proof.
That was he didn't say
Trust
that.
me, if they had proof,
everyone
Comey-
that we
sure he
mentioned
said that.
He
had
did say
one
that.
thing
Sure
in
he
common.
did.
They were all presidents. Hillary was never president.
Yeah, that's right. She
was
wasn't.
never. She didn't.
Good.
She didn't win.
Not even
Donald
close.
Trump did, and so now his ass is in trouble.
That's not good.
Yeah, it is.
That is bad.
That is great.
What, that our president
That
got
you,
fucked-
what
was
he's
doing
saying is
fucked
they're
up
going
shit?
after him with the DOJ because he won president and she didn't win. That's not right.
I don't know that.
No, no,
Nobody
no,
just
no,
said
no,
that, though.
no, no,
Nobody's
no,
saying that.
no, no, no.
Nobody's
All
saying
right.
that. I don't believe
He
that.
deserves what he's getting.
If you're saying he
Simple.
did something and he's getting charged with it, that's one
Sure,
thing. But if
he
you're
is.
saying
Well,
it's because
they-
he won
he-
the
he's-
presidency,
He's
I
up to
don't think it had
like
nothing to do with it.
53,
That is-
54 charges. I mean,
I
it's
think
the feds, dude.
Maybe the reason
We
he was
all
able
know-
to commit the atrocities
Listen,
were because
we all
of
know when the feds
him being
come on,
president.
come for you,
but
they
not,
got what they need.
They shouldn't prosecute him because he was president. Definitely not.
well, good word usage on atrocities, but I don't know
Yeah.
about atrocities.
Well, yeah, no, they were pretty fucked up.
What
so, yeah.
things were atrocities?
Everything he did.
What?
Kill all that
Well, I
noise.
don't know. Talk to DOJ.
No, we're talking. That's what
Yeah.
the show's about. We're talking.
Talking out.
Yeah,
I have an
kill
opinion. Kill my opinion.
that- Yeah, kill
No.
that noise. That motherfucker going to jail.
Well, he may be going. He may be going
And
to
he-
jail.
and
But
he-
if he's
and-
going to jail, he's going to jail for giving a political speech, which is protected under the First Amendment. Which means any president going forward can be thrown in jail for a speech they give.
If they incite a
And they-
riot,
this
yeah, sure.
motherfucker
If a
is
riot
cited.
pops
A
off after,
riot.
if a riot
If
pops
you
off
incite it-
after you give a speech, now you can
If
go to
you
jail.
incite it, sure.
What
If you
are you
incite it,
talking
sure.
If
about?
people say
That's
you incite
always
it.
been the
He
case.
said peacefully march down
He
to the
did
Capitol.
Not say peacefully.
Oh
He
yeah,
said
well
we
now
should-
you're wrong.
we
So
should go down to
facts
the
do
Capitol.
matter.
Hey.
Yes, he does face a lot of charges. Yeah, but for people, half of this
Was it-
country, 75 million people,
Was it
he's
wrong for
actually
them to
beating
run
Joe
up-
Biden by 2 points in the polls right now.
Well,
Yeah, it's pretty funny, but it ain't going to be funny if he wins. You're going to be talking
not
about
gonna
this shit
win that.
every day, going
not-
crazy if he
he's not-
wins.
he's not winning
I'll be
that.
laughing at you, buddy.
He's not running nothing, brother.
We'll see.
Not
We'll
happening.
see.
Not happening.
We will see, won't we?
Listen,
we will. Yeah,
you know
eventually.
what? If that was the case, if that were to happen, the thing that these crazy white folks talking about, the Civil War thing that would happen, probably would.
Because you can't handle the Republicans getting in power again. There's going to be a civil war.
I don't care about
it ain't about
Republicans.
that. I said
This ain't
these
Republican
crazy
Party.
Ass, crazy
Yes,
ass,
it is.
No, it ain't.
These crazy ass
No,
folks
it ain't.
out here like.
So,
If
so
something
you
happen,
guys
we
been
gonna start a
chirping
civil
all
war.
year, all 3 years about how there wasn't a peaceful transfer of power last time. But the second you think you're not going to win again,
Oh, no,
yeah,
no, no, no.
civil
What?
war, right?
We're not going to win
You
again.
just said
Okay,
that.
I'm
No, I'm
Republican,
talking
though.
about it's gonna pop out because people gonna be like, these motherfuckers can get away with everything. So motherfuckers gonna be like, all right, listen, you got to remember there are other people that live in this country that feel the opposite way and are just as hardcore about it as you are.
Right. So there
And-
has to be and they locked up
Happy
all the January 6th protesters underneath the
they
prison.
should.
And that's what they should
As
do to
they should.
everyone who tries to riot if he wins again. Lock
Oh,
them
of
up.
course.
Every
Nobody's
single one of
gonna
them.
do that, though.
Oh,
Nobody's
are they?
going to
Aren't
do
they?
that. No.
Yeah, they will.
No.
Yeah, they will.
No,
and they won't
won't.
get locked up.
No, they won't. Nobody's
Exactly.
going to do that.
You're right.
Nobody's going to
No
storm.
way.
They're
the
not going to
Capitol
riot if
he
Donald
wins.
Trump gets elected
No,
again.
not at
Okay.
all.
Again,
Not
you're
at all.
wrong.
Here's a
Again,
bit
you're wrong.
Here's a
Oh,
bit
okay.
of
So wait a minute. So you're telling me the future of what's going to happen?
Yeah, they're going to riot if Donald Trump gets elected again. I'll tell you that
That's
right
your
now.
opinion.
That's a
They're
fact.
not. They're not. They're not.
No?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Just like they didn't riot the first time.
What happened to the
won.
other 2 squares?
The first time
okay.
he stole the election, they didn't riot. Nobody rioted.
They were rioting his whole presidency. They remember when they surrounded the White House and you guys were laughing because they had to put him down in the bunker? Remember? You forgot. See, you only you have selective outrage. You only
no.
Oh, I don't know. Is it a riot?
You can protest. You can protest. You can't riot. You can't break into the motherfucker's house with guns and shit, threatening people's fucking lives. No, you can't do that. But if you go stand around the fucking White House because you're against something they're doing that's pretty fucked up, yeah, you can do that.
So if it's
because
pretty sure,
it's fucking, yes,
pretty sure.
I'm pretty
So-
sure this is fucking America, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't that what you're always fucking championing?
And so
Yeah,
it's
there you
okay
go,
if the cause is right. Is that what I'm getting?
What I'm
if
saying-
the cause is right, it's okay.
If there's no violence, it's all
If
right.
it's your side, it's cool.
No, if there's no violence, it's okay.
There
If
was
the people-
violence. They
if
almost
the
killed
people-
Rand Paul.
If the people,
You just don't look. You don't, he's laughing. He knows.
I'm laughing because they should have ran his ass
See,
over.
you're lying,
No.
and he's
No.
fucking selling
No.
you out because he
I'm not
knows.
selling him out.
no.
You're over there trying to lie, and he's
I'm not-
fucking laughing about
nobody's
it.
lying
I'm not-
about
You're a fucking
shit.
liar.
You're a fucking all about what? Something that hasn't
You're
happened.
saying there
Nobody's
wasn't
gonna-
violence outside of the White House when they fucking rioted out there and they
man.
burned down the fucking church over there in front of the White House. That old ass church has been there forever.
I'm pretty
You're a
sure.
liar.
I'm pretty sure when that shit was going down, there was a thank
There's
you.
a good reason.
There was a- yeah,
Exactly.
There was a lot. No.
Exactly.
No. It wasn't people that were there protesting peacefully. There was people
It was
there
the other
starting
people.
shit.
So I could say that
Yeah.
about January 6th too, couldn't I?
I don't think you
Maybe,
can say
but I don't
anything
think
good
there was
about
anybody
January
there.
6th.
I don't think there was anybody there that got caught from the other side trying to act like they were somebody from this side.
Look,
That
I'm not
didn't
trying to
happen.
fucking.
So let's not try to twist.
Here's
the story,
what I'm
'cause
saying.
That's what you're doing.
No, I'm not. What I'm trying to do
two
is
different
I'm
things.
arguing for fairness in this country.
It's totally fair. He
Fairness.
did some fucked up shit, and he should go to jail, just like you
You prove
would,
he can go. You
would,
prove he went to jail.
he
That's
should.
fine. But what I'm saying is, I do
he
think they're
should.
going to riot if he were to win. If he doesn't go to jail
I don't
and he
think-
gets out and he becomes president, they're going to riot.
Well, what if he
I don't
does go
think
to
so.
jail? What if he do go to
Yeah,
jail?
people gonna riot.
Are they gonna riot then?
If he does go to jail, no,
Oh,
no.
oh! So the people
Oh,
who did riot
oh,
aren't
no.
gonna riot.
You
if he
asked
goes
me
to
my
jail.
opinion.
Okay.
I said no, they're not
Okay,
going to
but
riot.
how
Well,
can
let's
you
see if
argue
I'm right.
mine?
Hey, let's see if I'm right.
Okay.
If he goes to jail, let's see if there's a riot. And if he wins, let's see if there's a riot.
Okay.
Okay, let's
All right, I
see.
like it. That's
You
what I
guys
said.
want to
That's what I
bet?
was
You guys
saying.
want to place a bet on it?
Hell no, I ain't got no money. Either
bet.
does he. That's why he just won $200.
Don't you want us to argue? Isn't that what we're here for?
All right, let's move on.
Okay, we're doing it.
Let's move on to our next. I got something hopefully
Don't make us lose
everyone
money, Dick.
will enjoy. It's been brought to my attention that multiple members of the Outcast
That's so
podcast,
funny.
as crazy as they are,
Uh-huh.
they like to meditate and calm their minds.
Is it true?
As amped up as everyone gets on the show, they really like to relax at times.
I'm super chill.
We have our woosah moments.
What is the actual meaning of meditation? I looked it up on the dictionary to get the exact
He said
definition.
Masturbation?
Sometimes.
Ejaculation.
Maybe.
It is to engage in the contemplation or reflection. Quote, he meditated long and hard before announcing his decision. This is to engage in mental exercise for the purpose of reaching a heightened level of spiritual awareness. So I ask you, Ramo, man of many meditating practices, I've heard you talk about being one with the earth.
I try.
What is your method to meditation? And if we could, we've been very amped up on today's show. I would like to calm things down here.
Sure.
How do you meditate and how can we calm our brains and be one with the universe?
Well, just to be clear, I wasn't agitated. I was just being very strong in my point because I was telling the truth.
We're moving
And
on to
facts. All right.
meditation.
So my method of meditation, typically I'm either sitting in front of my computer or pooping. Yes, definitely.
You poop and meditate at the same time?
Sometimes. Only when I'm thinking of Tomcat. We're watching his videos on TV on the little phone there. No, honestly.
What is your method?
Usually, first thing in the morning, I'm either on my computer or I'll lay down on the sofa in the dark, put my headphones on, put on some relaxing music similar to this, and I just breathe deeply, let my thoughts pass and just be in the moment, chill, You know what I'm saying?
I heard
And
him
just-
pass gas.
Yeah, that works too. Hey, if it's there,
He
you gotta let
definitely
it go.
farts a lot when he meditates. You know he does. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that
He's
was a
so
great
salty 'cause
idea.
I-
In all,
Oh,
in all
my-
serious
that's
note, though,
crazy.
how do you get into the Zen mode? Like, is there a
Yeah.
practice that you take?
It's-
I've heard you discuss it. Could you explain it to the audience so maybe they could get into your
Yeah,
meditation?
it's just really like
What do
putting
you
on
do?
some music and you relax your entire body. You know, you ground yourself. You're breathing deeply initially to get yourself just in that place, and then you just find yourself alone, doing your own thing, just not worrying about nothing, just being happy that you're there,
Do you listen to music?
relaxing. Yeah,
He
yeah,
already
yeah.
said that.
Just you know, you're gonna have thoughts. You'll have thoughts. You just let them pass.
a
They are
tone.
what they are. You know, things are gonna happen, but you know, the focus is to just think about being in the moment, where
Okay.
you're at. There's nothing else matters. That you're just relaxing. You're chill. You're calm. You're quiet. You feel comfortable, and nothing else in the world is gonna stop you feeling magnificent right now.
You're putting me all into the stratosphere of vibes.
Do you ever say words over and over in your head? Like sometimes they've said in meditation, you say like,
Penis.
who am I? Why am I here? What do I want? Like that
Yeah.
and thinking about things.
Sure.
Who am I?
Who am I?
Why am I here?
Well, affirmations are
smell
really
so
good
bad?
too.
Affirmations,
That's really
meditations,
You know,
masturbations,
That's all the
Masturbation.
Asians.
ejaculations,
The Asians.
presentation.
discombobulations.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
What's with the gorilla in the pool?
I don't know, but he ain't meditating. I know that.
How do you meditate, Tomcat? What is your method to meditating? I know the
just
audience.
kind of sit down, my legs cross here. Maybe I'll put my hands like
Like
on my knees, and
Indian
then
style?
you're always closing your eyes, and then I usually breathe in my nose, really easy,
you.
out my mouth, breathing in, out my mouth, really steady and easy, and then focus on your breathing.
Yeah.
So you're not focusing on anything else but your breathing of in and out. So
Look at this guy.
you can release your mind by just focusing on the breathing in, out, and only focus on the act of breathing. Because usually you don't even think about breathing, you just do it. But when you do it and do it on purpose, now you're only thinking about breathing, and then you just keep your eyes closed, and then you try to like focus your mind on your third eye, shit like that.
Yeah, your thymus.
And if you do that for a couple, 10, 15 minutes, you'll feel good.
What about you, Memphis? Do you have a method to your meditation? Do you meditate?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, how do you do it?
Beating up white people? No, I'm kidding.
It's a great stress. It's a great stress reliever. It really is.
Meditating or beating up white people?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
I like to run. And
You can meditate and run
for
at
the
the same
cops?
time?
Yeah, you forget I'm a runner, man. I love running, and we have this thing we run. You get on a runner's high, so when you're on your runner's high, your mind is like not focusing on running. That's for sure. It's like
is it anything like a weed high?
no, not quite. It's it's more clear, but your
Okay.
focus is. But it could be. It could be. I love running. Yoga is another because you focus on your breathing.
Yeah,
You know, and
it is.
everything you do with
I
that.
love yoga.
Get your chakras right.
I like
Yeah.
yoga pants.
I like
Yeah.
yoga pants too.
In most cases.
You know, I like yoga, and then I love listening to music as we all do, but mostly when I'm like high, because when I'm high and I'm just listening to music, it allows me to like get creative and just like real chill and just focus.
Deep thoughts from Memphis.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know.
Put that on the button.
Do you like my soothing voice?
Yeah, baby.
That is fucking great. What a dick. I'm gonna make that your ringtone on my phone.
This news report from our very really respected newsman
He
is
must have
being
left. I kicked his ass and now I'm here.
it's being brought to you by Liquid IV. Use our promo code Outcast, and yes, you could save a bunch of money on your next order
I need more.
of Liquid IV.
He-Man loves it.
I need more.
Tomcat, our newsman, give us the latest headlines that everyone wants to know.
August 9th, here we are.
Wow.
It's Whitney Houston's birthday today.
Oh, happy
All right.
Yeah, she was born in 1963. She unfortunately died in 2012. We were all supposed to die in 2012.
So that would
Sure.
make her what, 60 this year?
I'm bad at that, Gentry. You know that. You're going to have to do that
What
for
year
me,
did
buddy.
you say she was born?
2012.
She was born. No, she wasn't born in 2012.
She was born
63.
in 2012. She died in 2012. Oh, she was born in 63.
63.
63. That would be 40 years to get to the 100 mark.
Jeez.
And then it would be another 20 years, so 60. Yeah, she would be 60 today.
60 today.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Whitney. Anna Kendrick, 37. Deion Sanders, primetime, 55.
He's from Fulton.
Hoda Kotb from Today's Show, 58 years old.
It's Cutby.
Michael Kors, you might got to watch, 63. Sam Elliott, 78.
Sam.
That's the guy
National.
who the Coors Light voice guy,
And
right?
the Ford commercial
Yes,
artist.
yeah,
Chevy,
yeah.
whatever,
That's the
Truck.
deep voice
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
with the mustache like me.
In all the Western films.
He was
Nas-
also in Row House.
He was in Roadhouse.
National Book Lovers Day. Annual, I hope I say this right, Perseid Meteor Shower Peak Night, which means there's a meteor shower
Tonight?
tonight. Lay on your back on your rooftop, experience the annual Perseid Meteor Shower. It is an annual meteor shower, so it happens every year. And the reason why is because pieces of space debris interact with our atmosphere to create the meteor shower from a comet named 109 Swift-Tuttle.
Is it a golden shower?
It might be.
Yeah,
So go up
it
and keep your
sound
mouth
like-
open when you're out there.
Yeah,
will,
ladies,
I
keep
promise.
your mouth open and lay on your back, just like Tomcat says in his
So
news.
watch out for those meteors tonight.
Do what the man says.
It's International Day of the World's Indigenous Peoples.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Coworker Day, so fuck you guys. National Women's Day, National Veep
Didn't
Day.
they just have a day?
Kamala Harris.
They
Yeah,
got
they
all
had a
kinds of
month actually, I
that's
believe,
what
or
I'm
something
saying.
like
They just
that.
have a day.
Happy for her.
That's all right. That's all right.
Goddamn.
National Rice Pudding Today. So have some rice pudding. Don't know why I said it like that.
Yuck.
Tory Lanez sentenced to 10 years for shooting off Megan Thee Stallion's pinky toe. Now, I'm not sure if he shot off her pinky toe, but that's from
tried.
Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
But he shot her in the foot, which is from Harlem Nights, which is hilarious.
I wonder if
He
she's
shook
gonna
me in my
put.
pinky toe.
Hey, I wonder if she's gonna put what's foot of her left of her foot in his ass.
Tory said, if I could change it, I would, but I can't. He said, everything I did that night, I take full responsibility.
He's got to do 10 years, right?
10 years.
Well,
That
he
sucks.
might not do 10. He might do like 3 or something.
5.5.
Quickly update on Cocaine Gate. New York Post is reporting that White House
What?
cocaine may have belonged to someone in the Biden family inner circle.
Sure.
How do they know that?
I mean, they still
This
talking about
is a
cocaine.
New York Post report. New York Post is reporting, according
It's
to
biased, for
Keating,
sure.
while the Secret Service publicly announced June 13th that they had closed the case without identifying a subject due to lack of physical evidence, authorities were able to follow enough clues to come up with a name and were confident enough in their detective work inform the commander-in-chief. So they told Joe Biden, if you want a name, ask Joe Biden. He knows. So I guess they told him. All right, next story. China and
Fake
Russia.
news.
China and Russia. What, the cocaine was there or that it was theirs?
It was probably there, but
It wasn't theirs.
I don't think they can
Yes, you
find out
guys
who.
got to protect that Biden crime family.
I don't think they
I'm
can
just
tell
fucking-
who's
I'm just
it
fucking
was.
I don't know why they
I
just
don't
didn't
know.
snort it
China
all
and
way.
Russia do joint naval exercises off Alaska, triggering a massive U.S. response. They sent out some destroyers, also a P-8 Poseidon aircraft to shadow the Chinese and Russian aircraft back.
Crazy.
Also, we had a social media influencer in New York start a riot over the last week. He was saying he was giving out PlayStation 5s. Guy's name is Kai Sanat.
He should go to
and
jail,
people were
too.
going crazy in New York. Here's some video from it. First, there were like hundreds of kids. Then there were thousands of kids. This is Kai right here with the hoodie. And his
Why you
security
got a hoodie
guard, who
on?
was definitely earning his money that day.
Why
did
he
he
didn't give
say-
out no PS5?
He may have, I'm not sure, but look, once it got so crazy, they started surrounding his car. Now, his car is under those people. They're on top of the car.
Why did he? Why was he giving them away?
He's a social media guy. He
I
wanted
mean,
to
come
show
on,
that
man.
he could
His
get
love.
people to come. Now, the people started tripping and throwing everything and fighting.
What are they
Well, that's New
fighting
York, man. People were crazy out there anyway.
about? And I'm the
Well,
one that
the really
offend
crazy shit
people.
is them, if they had the video of them falling off the car, they were like on his car as it was driving away. There's people all over it.
See?
And then people are rolling off
Hey
it.
man, he asked for it by doing that.
Yeah, it's
shit.
pretty wild, pretty wild.
Don't do stuff like that, man. Come on.
Stop giving these people the thing they crave most. Attention.
It's yeah.
Also another influencer, Logan Paul, who we talked about, who had won that fight against Nate Diaz. He put out an energy drink, and this energy drink has got like 6 or 7 times what Coke has. So the FDA is taking a look at
That's
it, and
that
they might.
Prime.
That's
It's
called-
called Prime, and
Prime.
they
What?
said that most
Sugar?
years the new hot item is a shoe or something that people want. This year it's that drink. Like people want it.
And it has
That's
10,
the new hot
10
item.
times more sugar. Is that what you said?
Six or 7 times.
Really?
Yeah, whatever,
That
right
makes no sense.
I had to keep that shit away from my kid.
Yeah, Prime. It's called.
That
Yeah, if your
sounds
kid
like
has it,
it'll,
gotta be
like,
careful. So
bust your heart open.
also,
why
this
would you
guy
drink
got
diabetes.
This guy in Italy got squished by tons of cheese in a warehouse.
An unfortunate cheese
Giacomo
accident.
Ciparini, 74, was checking out his stock Sunday night, and a shelf buckled, dropping as many as 15,000 wheels of cheese on him in an avalanche, each wheel weighing as much as 84 pounds.
It better have been Parmigiana.
His family's trying to salvage the cheese and keep
Was
what
it-
they can. So who gets to buy the cheese that landed on him?
Was it government cheese?
Yeah.
It was provolone.
Who's going to cut the cheese?
The killer cheese is on sale for like 40 grand on eBay probably now.
Really?
This one
Killer
actually hit him in the head.
I bet you it's good.
You know what it might be? Hey, listen, it might have some good stock.
What do you call a monster made totally of cheese?
I don't know what.
Gorgonzilla.
That wasn't very funny.
You got another
It's a
one?
cheese joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
You got another
Fucking
one?
what?
You want to try it again?
That's it.
Oh, that's
He don't
it?
get
joke.
it. You never heard of Gorgonzola?
It's a type of cheese.
Yeah, Gorgonzola.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know that,
Oh,
but
okay.
no, man, you missed on that one.
That's nacho cheese, man. That's nacho cheese.
It's nacho cheese.
That's going to do it for this episode of the Outcast Podcast,
Thank
episode 77. We want to thank our sponsors, Liquid IV, BetterHelp. Also, who else sponsors this damn show? HelloFresh. We thank you. Bird Dogs.
Bird Dogs.
And, of course, you, the fans. Thank you for listening. That's going to do it for us. Anything to say, guys?
Love yourself. Treat
Yeah.
each other the way you want to be treated.
Do it.
You know what I'm
Believe in
saying?
yourself.
We love you.
Don't let nobody tell you what you cannot do,
These guys suck.
and always follow your dreams.
See you next week.
Stay away from the crack.